Probably still hurts to lose the one.
It really hurt, and I really loved that client.
Oh, was it a favourite client?
It wasn't a favourite.
You can get them back. Make a pitch. Get them back.
Are my favourite.
Chris Taylor here for B&T TV. Delighted to be joined on the couch this week by Maria Grivas, who's the CEO of Mindshare.
Hello,
welcome.
Thank you.
1 year, coming up to 1 year in the job.
Yeah.
Good time 1 year in to sort of take stock, reflect, look back. How's it feeling in the top job at Mindshare?
Gosh, it's been such a fascinating year, to be totally honest. We've been focusing so much on delivering to our mission as an agency.
What is your mission as an agency?
It's to deliver good growth for our clients, our people, and the planet. So it's a very single-minded focus on what growth actually means and the pathways for growth that different clients can take, really contextualized to their business and their needs, without losing focus on the intentional side of how we can better invest our clients' advertising dollars in support of the planet as well.
I always think sort of over the course of my career, it always takes about a year in a new job to get fully comfortable with it and to fully understand what the job is. Would you agree with that? It takes about a year to get a handle on things, or did you arrive day one and go, I've got this?
I feel like I gave my team whiplash in the first 3 months. All new person energy, real huge excitement to be taking on the reins from a leader that had led the business remarkably for 10 years in Katie Rigg-Smith, and really had created such a legacy, particularly in the culture of Mindshare. So I came in really wanting to immerse myself into that culture and to be a conduit to continuing that legacy and really supporting how the agency could evolve for our clients' future needs. So I feel like the first 3 months was really going deep on understanding our clients, understanding their needs, understanding our people, and really focusing on, therefore, what our strategy for our own growth needed to be. And I was fortunate that the values of the organisation aligned so beautifully to mine. Our values are energy, empathy, and impact. And so that's really instructed how we've come together as a culture across that first year to really bring the right momentum into how we think about growth as well.
And when a new CEO comes into a company like Mindshare, is client retention always a very, tricky thing? Like, because it's
100%.
A period of change, there's a very good excuse for them to wander off, try someone else. How do you retain clients when you've got a change at the top of an agency?
I have to be totally honest, that was my number one priority. And Mindshare has been quite known for our long and enduring partnerships. We've worked with brands like Ford and Volvo, NAB for over 10 years, and some of those other brands for over 20 years. And that's not something I wanted to get wrong, right? Yeah, it was so important that the focus we had on continuing to meet the evolving needs of our clients was a priority. And the way that I approached that was very much by getting to know our clients intimately, and really having an invested interest in how our clients grow. And I think, I have to set that tone and set that agenda for the whole organisation. So again, in those first 6 months, it was very much spending lots of meaningful time in our clients' business, getting to understand all of the stakeholders that, have impact within our clients' organisations, and then marrying our business strategy to those needs. And I would have to say, even when we hire people coming into Mindshare now, our number one focus is what are these people going to bring into our client relationships, and how do we prioritise every single person in Mindshare to have impact into adding value to those client partnerships.
So, moment of honesty, how does your scorecard look in terms of client retention? Since you took over, did you lose any clients?
We lost one.
One?
In the first 3 months.
Out of how many?
How many clients do we have?
Yeah.
Over 30.
So 1 out of 30?
Yeah. Well, more than that. We have about 50 clients, but probably, 30.
That's not bad.
Quite sizable.
Yeah. Probably still hurts to lose the one.
It really hurt, and I really loved that client.
Oh, was it a favourite client?
It wasn't a favourite.
You can get them back. Make a pitch. Get them back.
All my clients are my favourite. But, there were challenges that we weren't meeting in what they needed, and it was a really good lesson in the first, 6 weeks of joining the organisation that has to be our primary focus. So
who was the client?
It was Craveable Brands.
Right.
Yeah, so Red Rooster, Portos,
You don't need
and Chicken
them.
Treat.
That's unhealthy.
Oh, no, they're wonderful, wonderful marketers, wonderful brands. But as I say, that was a real lesson, you know, and since then, there's not been one situation with a client that I haven't been aware of and that we haven't been proactive in addressing. There's always going to be things that we need to smooth out and get behind, but we want to make sure that that's without surprises and that we're really creating action around the change dynamic that needs to happen to support our clients. And I think our tenure across our clients really reflects the impact we're having in that space. We've retained over $100 million of billings this year in non-competitive pitches for clients. That's kind of unheard of. So it's a huge aspect to the success that we feel that we've had this year as well.
Are you listening to this, Red Rooster? Chicken Treat, this is what you gave up. This is what you gave up. You can come back. She'll have you. Now, the big recent news in Mindshare world is Unilever. Congratulations. Before we talk about your plans with Unilever, talk about how you got them. How did you get such a coup of getting Unilever?
Yeah, I think every single engagement that we had with Unilever, we led in a really authentic way, ensuring that what we were bringing into our meetings, the way that we were engaging with the brilliant people at Unilever was really true to who we are as an organisation. And of course, our mission around driving good growth for our clients is one that resonates with Unilever, who are a purpose-driven group of brands, and they really value how to build brands through purpose-driven initiatives. I think the other aspect was what we were able to demonstrate in terms of transformational change. So the programs that we're working with our clients on around digital maturity, around intentional investment, are really, again, I'll use the word actionable examples of the type of innovation and change dynamic that we are becoming known for in the success that we're bringing into our clients' organisations. And many clients are looking for that, and Unilever were really seeking out a partnership that could help them accelerate into the next generation of marketing.
So what are your plans with Unilever? Can you give us any sizzle, any spoilers?
We're going through the onboarding process. The relationship officially commences on the 1st of January. So right now it's all about ensuring that everything that we spoke about through the pitch process remains front and centre in how we onboard Unilever and their brands, and how we start to bring our thinking around the design of the operating model that supports those needs.
B&T Awards coming up. I always sort of think it's a bit like, at Melbourne Cup, there'd be a trainer like Bart Cummings who puts 4 horses into the awards. You've got a number of clients, a number of campaigns in the awards. Do you have a favourite? Is there one that you think's got more chance of winning a B&T award than others?
Oh, look, we don't enter awards because we have favourites or because, we're trying to hedge our bets to get a win. Really, we look at the effectiveness of the work that we've delivered for our clients, and we want to share that effectiveness with the industry, and that's the vehicle that we apply to how we decide what gets entered and what work can really stand up for its effectiveness. What I was really proud about with these awards is that it represents a multitude of different categories in how we're supporting clients to achieve growth. So the work we did for Campari was all about activating around the Australian Open, creating an experience for consumers to really lean into the Aperol brand. The work for Foxtel was launching House of the Dragons and really looking at different ways to use media to drive the attention that was required to really support how that program came into market. And then the work for NAB was all about data and context, and how we were able to support uptake in home loans through a data-driven approach. So really different pathways for how growth can be achieved depending on the brand and the context in which they exist.
So the third one there is the hardest one.
Data-driven?
Alcohol we can all get on board with. House of the Dragon, very exciting show. Then what was it? It was Home Loans. Ooh. That's a harder sell.
Do you have a home loan?
I do.
Yeah.
Everyone has one, but gee, boring.
Do you love your bank?
I wouldn't say love.
No?
I trust them. I sufficiently tolerate them. They've been okay, actually.
This is what I love about working with NAB though. Like their NPS is through the roof, and I think the experience their customers have really helped advocates for their brand and for new customer growth. I think the contextual approach that we took with NAB for this particular campaign really lays it in on what those different need states are for different people in pursuing their home ownership dreams. So it had an emotional lever to it, which I think is really critical when, to your point, it's this kind of category. But yeah, I'm excited for these campaigns to be more known in the industry and to really stand up for the effectiveness that they've driven.
Well, Maria Grivas, I wish you well for
Thank
the
you.
B&T Awards for 2023. I'll be there as MC with Craig Rucastle as always. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining me here on B&T TV.
Thank you.